what's up guys, it's about the Mobile Gamer Zone back with another new video, and I'm really sorry guys I wasn't able to upload all this while I was really caught up with studying for AP exams and as such. And yeah, I'm pretty much free now. Now that summer vacations have started, and my goal is just going to be to put out quality content for all of you out there. So with that being said, what I'm going to be doing in today's video is basically I'm going to be going to TV Royale, and I'm just going to be sort of giving my opinion on some of these high ranked players games. And I know I did a similar video for Brawl Stars, but I figured, okay, so ever since I started this new Clash Royale series, I haven't done one yet, so why not do one? And besides, there's many interesting ones here, many interesting decks that have gone up against each other, and I thought, why not analyze them, give you guys some tips on how you can incorporate some of the strategies that these pro players are using. So I'm just scrolling through these, and I'm just gonna pick out a random first one to analyze, and I feel like I want to look at this one, Wonder versus Propelled Black Cat, because they both are going with Lava Loon decks. One is using a modified version with Skeleton Dragons, one is using a modified version with the Phoenix. So it'll be quite interesting to see up how it actually progresses. So we're just gonna break everything down step by step, and I'm gonna analyze it for you guys. Okay, so I guess both players are just gonna wait it out, and not okay. Both players will start with the Tombstone, which is what I guessed. Yep. And I feel like what they're gonna do is they're probably gonna wait until double elixir to actually start some sort of a push with their Lava Loon and their Balloon, because that's like the main component of the deck. And actually, I've been wondering all this while how the Phoenix performs versus other cards, and I think it looks pretty good. I mean, personally, I haven't played the game in a while, so I haven't really gotten a chance to unlock the Phoenix. But it seems like it's able to outperform other cards, to a pretty good extent. Okay, and we see Black Cat goes to Lava Loon. I think what he's gonna try doing is he's gonna start a push right and just try to get some initial damage. And I think even Wonders having the same strategy. I think what both players will do, as they, let's say hypothetically they take one tower, they're gonna go into, let's say, triple elixir. If they both take the same number of towers, they're probably just gonna go for maybe 2 towers, and then that's how it's gonna play out. Okay, oh, unfortunately the Balloon does gonna get a shot off on the tower, but that's not a big deal. Okay, so I want okay, so I feel like if I were to predict what Wonder is actually wanting to do, he is wanting to, let's say, I think he's saving up for the big push, like I mentioned. So he's just letting, oh, he's gonna go with Balloon. Oh, Balloon and Barbarians. Okay, I think Power Black Cat, I think he did predict it. I think he knew Wonder already had his balloon as Barbarians in cycle, so he just decided to preemptively play the Tombstone. I'm not sure if you guys realized, but there was a gap between when Power Black Cat played the Tombstone versus when Wonder played the Balloon. So okay, this is gonna be tricky. I think he's just gonna let go of this tower, and then he's gonna focus on Wonder's just gonna focus on getting the left tower and possibly the right tower. So okay, Power Black Cat's gonna go with the Lava Loon. He's gonna go with the Lava Hound in the back, definitely. Okay, like I predicted, yes. So guys, yeah, I feel like guys, when playing Lava Loon, one of the main things you want to focus on is you don't want to start a push pretty early on. I know these pro players did start their pushes pretty early on, but what you want to do is you have to be willing to compromise, right? So like, let's say you want to go for a push, you don't want to focus just too much on defense, or you don't want to focus too much on attacking. You want to, so let's say your opponent's coming for one of your towers, you just go for his other tower, and you both just end up getting one tower, and then at the end it's just a matter of you both going for the second tower and possibly a 3-crown. I mean, I've not really seen many 3-crown plays with Lava Loon decks, but I mean, I think it does happen, right? I mean, in case you do reach that kind of scenario. Oh, okay, and Wonder does end up finishing off with a win there on the right tower. So like I said, guys, yeah, so most often, you will see these players just going for 2 towers, right? Because, let's say before double elixir, there's a very good chance both players are just going to take each other's towers. So that's usually what you want to do with Lava Loon. You don't, like I mentioned, you start off easy, you start off with playing buildings, then you just try to analyze what the other player's cycle is, and then you basically just go off of that. So that was an interesting game. I'm going to pick another one, and let's see if there are any interesting ones here. Okay, can't find anything interesting. I just saw, okay, so this was a cycle deck game pretty much, right? I want to see maybe if there are any, 2 golem decks. Okay, this is gonna be pretty interesting, okay. Because from what I've seen before, I think many people they're starting to move away from the traditional golem beatdown decks, so like these more modified versions. So let's just see how this one plays out. I think hopefully, I think both are at 7,500 trophies, which I'm assuming. I don't. I'm sorry, I haven't played the game in a while, so I'm assuming 7,500 is the highest you can reach in the game. So okay. Oh wow. Okay, so Al-Kubasi starts with a goal immediately. That's pretty bold of him. Okay, and I did notice when I was into browsing through all the battles, Storm doesn't have a single buildings. I am wondering how he's gonna defend. Oh, and he did not take out the Night Witch. Okay, that's gonna be a problem. Okay, so Al-Kubasi is starting a push. Okay, but Storm does have his guards. Okay, this is not looking too good here. Okay. Okay, but he did bring in his bomber. Okay, so let me see, guys. As far as Al-Kubasi, I think he's just following the rule book, right? He just played the golem, and he knew Storm was not that high on elixir, so he just kept bridge spamming. I know golem is not supposed to be played as a bridge spam, but I mean that's one way to play it. I mean, I guess he's just more one of those aggressive kind of golem beatdown players. Okay, so you just play a lumberjack and a Valkyrie, seeing the golem being pushed. Okay, that's not gonna help that much. But you are avoiding a good amount of damage that would have been done to both the Valkyrie and the lumberjack by placing them. Okay. So Al-Kubasi he played it pretty well because his Valkyrie and his lumberjack pretty much reduced the golem down to very limited health, and he was just able to get away with it. So my prediction is Storm. I think what he's gonna do is he's gonna wait on double elixir. He's probably gonna start off with a bomber in the back, and he's gonna build up with a golem push. Okay. So he's gonna go the Night Witch in the back. Yes, that's what I predicted. I think even Storm, what he's gonna do is he's gonna go golem at the bridge, right? Okay, yeah, he's gonna golem at the bridge. And I think, he probably knows Alquist's gonna play a lumberjack, so he's gonna get ready for lightning, okay? Okay, I'm surprised. Okay, so he did use the lightning, okay, which is good. But it's not gonna be enough to actually. You know what? This is actually smart. Al-Kubasi has a rocket in his deck, which is really good for like last minute finishes, right? I mean, if Storm also had some sort of a decent spell. See, I'm not saying Lightning is a bad spell. Lightning maybe you can really do a max up to like 300 to 400 damage, right? But rockets can go all the way up to 600, 700, which is an excellent option. Let's say you can't afford another golem push, and let's say you have a tower that's like around 500 or 600 HP, you can very well just go with you just very well rocket it, and you can easily tie it, so you will, both players will have to go into overtime. Okay, but that's unfortunate, guys. Okay, 25 HP, come on. Okay, I've been in this situation before. It is actually not fun, but anyways, I feel like the one mistake Storm played was he waited for Al-Kubasi to make the move every single time. He never really preemptively made any moves, right? And I feel like as you move higher up, at least from what games I've played so far, you have to be willing to take the risk. Like you don't want to just wait for the other player to simply make their move, because it'll be easy for them very easy for them to overwhelm you, right? And you're not gonna know what to do in that case. So I feel like let's just analyze one last game, because I want to give you guys enough time to like reflect on these games and some of these tips and tricks I'm sort of giving you guys. So let's just go and look at one more game, then I guess we'll end the video there and then. So okay, I think that's the list. I feel like what they should do, they should allow us to browse through multiple pages of one arena. Okay, but that's completely fine though. Let's see if there's any interesting ones here. So I've looked at Lava Hound, I've looked at Golem. I want to maybe switch it up and look at something else. Okay, so we see Goblin Bait versus a Ram Rider deck. Okay, and then there's another Lava Loon here. Don't want to really see that. You know what? I want to really see this one. M7MD versus Tincho. So one person's got one of those the classic giant Battle Ram 3 Musketeers deck, and the other person just has a what may seem like a very weak cycle deck, but let's see how Tincho actually manages this game. Okay, Battle Ram push. Okay, that's pretty bold of him early on. But I'm wondering what's Tinja's main source. I'm assuming Tinja's main source of attack here, main source of actually damage is gonna be the Skeleton Barrel, but And he has a mirror as well, and he has a princess that's just for quick damage, by just placing it on the bridge. And he's also got a poison. It's gonna be tricky. So like, let's say M7MD like starts a Three Musketeer, I think giant push. Oh, and he also has the Elixir Collector. He has a pretty big advantage here at this point. But then obviously, Tinjo has his poison, so he decides to just use that. So what I think is, okay, so he's probably just gonna go with the minion horde there. Okay, I don't know why the giant. I feel like the minion horde, it would have been able to take out the skeleton barrel and then just focus on the bull, and he still wouldn't have had any damage done to his tower. Okay, that's fine. I guess he just wanted to use the giant as bait, and I guess okay. But now Tincho knows what he probably has a good idea. So like, what deck M7MD has? Okay. So I guess what? Okay, I think here's what's gonna happen, right? So M7. So I guess okay, let me tell you guys, right? I've played this exact same deck before. My strategy with this deck is, yeah, you want to start putting down your Elixir Collector pretty early on, and then the only time you want to start using Three Musketeers is when double Elixir starts. Because you cannot. So let's say, because Tincho's got a very fast cycle deck right now. I'm assuming it's maybe like less than 3 Elixir, maybe even exactly 3 Elixir. And if let's say M7MD were to play his Three Musketeers, Tincho's just gonna spam the bridge with a skeleton barrel and a princess, and he's not gonna have any. He's probably just gonna have a zap ready. Okay, look guys, here's what I told you, right? He places Three Musketeers exactly when double Elixir started. That's what I usually do. That's just because it gives me more flexibility from an attacking perspective, right? Okay, so basically overwhelming him on the right lane, but he has his bowler anyways. I mean, it's not. Okay, but he's getting a bit of damage on the left side. Oh, and then okay, he just got the tower as well, which is good. I feel like Trainers, he's just in panic mode right now, guys. I'm pretty sure he's just gonna start. Okay, look, he's just gonna start spamming. Yep.
Oh my god.
Oh, okay, this is actually bad. This is bad. Okay. I feel like that's gonna be tower. Okay, yeah. Which is smart, right? See, he literally just got his damage done only with Skeleton Barrel, right? Like in the past, whenever I've used Skeleton Barrel, it's like, I've used it as like a support card. I've never really used it as a card that can actually get a good bit of damage done. Maybe that's something for me to learn as well from this. Okay, good that I actually saw this game. I might implement it sometime whenever I play another game in the future. Okay, so let's see. Oh, okay, but he does. Okay, okay, I'm just trying to see what could possibly happen here. Okay, he might go Three Musketeers again, but okay, maybe he might not. But one thing for sure, M7MD, he cannot afford to play his Elixir Collector. He just cannot, right? I mean, like, because I mean, he anyways has advantage right now as far as damage goes on the right lane. So he's probably just gonna spam. Oh, okay, I was completely wrong. I thought he was just gonna go Battle Ram and Giants right in the center. No, but then at the same time, Tincho would have had his bowler and his tombstone ready to go there, so it wouldn't have mattered. So I guess what M7MD is gonna. Okay, so he did what exactly I had thought of. Oh, and double bowlers. Okay, that's interesting. You know what? No, you know what would be fun actually? Because okay, now it's triple Elixir. I think he's just gonna. Tinjo's just gonna spam bowlers and princesses. Because I think, I reach a certain limit when I see certain. Because, let's say I see one princess on the map, I feel like I have to get rid of it eventually, right? So like, it's like, oh, I don't want to even sacrifice maybe like 100 HP of damage on my tower. I know princesses don't do much damage, but I'm the kind who doesn't like letting princesses get any damage on my tower. It's like, I have to get rid of them immediately, right? So it's like, but at the same time, I think, Tincho, what? Okay, should have used that poison on the tower actually. He would have. Okay, but his princess did get some extra damage. Oh, okay. No, I feel like Giant and the Giant followed by the minion horde would have been a good strategy there, but I think it's too late. I feel like if the Battle Ram can get the. Oh my god, guys. Okay, if the Battle Ram had gotten that crash damage on the tower, M7MD would have won. He would have won right there and then, right? Because it wouldn't have ended up like this. But anyways, guys, if there's something you guys have to take away from this game, like I said, there's not really a fixed way of playing some of these, like, more Brit spam decks, right? Like, what M7MD plays more like a Brit spam deck. I mean, See, it's sort of a bit different from a Pega Brit spam. I know this is like a more expensive Brit spam. Pega Brit spam is a bit more light because you're only really using cards such as a baby dragon or perhaps a ram rider, which is just another modified version of it, right? But you don't you want a Brit spam, but you want a Brit spam at the right time. Like you want to keep like a mental track of all the opponent's cards, and then you want to accordingly plays the cards of the bridge when it's the right time. So let's say, okay, so of course in this game it was a different scenario because Tinch always had a very fast cycle deck, and he was always able to sort of counter it whenever he had the opportunity, right? But let's say you go up against an opponent who has a pretty heavy deck. Let's say Golem Beatdown, right? So you want to recognize when they have that Golem in the deck, when they've played it, and then according to that, you want to accordingly spam all the you don't want to spam all the cards, you want to spam strategic cards of the bridge. So like for example here, M7MD could have one of his combos was giant and battle ram, right? Another combo could have been giant and minion horde. Both of them could have worked, right? But anyways guys, I hope you really enjoyed it, and I know it might have seemed a bit repetitive, but I feel like the meta's evolving. There's a lot of new updates coming in, and this is actually my first time logging into the game after such a long time. They're actually releasing new heroes. I haven't even unlocked half of them yet. I've only unlocked like one, and obviously there's card updates taking place every now and then. The meta's evolving, so I feel like it really helps for you guys to be able to recognize all these different deck patterns and sort of get used to playing these different decks. But anyways guys, if you enjoyed the video, please make sure to like, subscribe, and as always, I would really appreciate if you guys would help share it around, help spread the word. And yeah, with that being said, I hope you all have a great day, and peace out.